Backhand with the backhand.
Backhand with the backhand?
Say, bro. We had to get to that one fast. You was tripping on that one.
Which one? Just now?
On the intro.
That was fucking hot.
You supposed to came in with backhand on the backhand. You
Dude,
said serve them up like,
man, you're on the same
like
old
you got,
stuff,
it's like
dude.
you got a little nervous.
You're on the same old shit. Like I'm on to, it's like next level stuff.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like you like rapping like fragments.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
like where it almost like doesn't make any sense at all.
Backhand with the backhand.
Yeah.
Backhand with the backhand. Yeah.
Like a
I got you.
backhands with the stack, man. Like
There
stuff.
you go.
See,
There
I'm
you
kind
go.
of, I'm kind of,
Come on.
loosening up a little bit.
Come on. What's up, bro?
So what's going on, man?
You know.
Were you wearing that the other day, dude? I think you were. That was the first. This might be the first time. No, one right there.
Nah, this new.
Is it? It looks new.
Yeah.
That's like half the battle for you.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
Straight up.
Yeah, I like your sweater though.
You always say that.
Yeah, I like that.
You do?
That's
Do you really?
I really like that. I like
Man,
because
like I actually had something different, and they gave me the wrong thing. How about you ever order things for like Christmas online? Like first off, never used to do it because I was like always taught that like I kind of had a paranoid thing where like when you start doing that, they start like you can get hacked and shit.
And then what?
Well, here's the problem with
They take your money.
Well, I mean, I don't know the guy at the other side. Or
I'm saying
woman or,
when you get hacked, they take your money, right?
for sure.
Yeah, then you call a bank, get your money back. Like, okay.
It's like, well, why don't I just steal my own money, call the bank?
Hey, shut up.
Whoops.
Shut up.
They're on to me. How do you think I do all this
Giving
stuff,
up people hustles. Shut up.
Dude, have you ever heard, oh man, it's Dead Prez, and it's like, I forgot the name of it. It's a song where they go through like real hustles.
Yeah, the scams and hustles. Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but I
you know what
you're
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like they got the pizza guy come and jack them and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, or the credit
Dead Prez
card.
dope as fuck too.
Yeah, they're dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because
Damn, I forgot to put them in my rap. Fuck.
backhanded.
I just did a rap where I named 100 rappers.
Poofy Man was in there.
He didn't make this. I got
okay.
a to be continued. So
That's cool. That's cool. I gotta earn it. Gotta earn it.
Trip. It's all right.
Yeah.
To be continued.
For real. Yeah. Who was in there? Who was was it like
It was just
underground dudes?
Nah, it was just everybody like different.
What do you think about I'm trying to think of some old dudes. Like Little Troy?
I ain't put try put Houdini. You know Houdini?
No.
Yeah, old school, old rapper.
Who's your favorite old school?
Old school?
Like old, not old school, like,
But like
everybody put your hands, not that one, like rappers.
Rakim.
I don't know much about this.
Oh yeah,
man.
Rakim.
I mean, I've heard of him.
He was the first one to bring like, I ain't gonna say lyrical, but to put flow. Like
he's got like a cadence, like pattern and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. As opposed to just
kind of he was like the first one to do that.
Yeah.
Like, to bring the cadence and you know what I'm saying? Like you can
like,
close your eyes and see what he's saying.
Here's like my debate and like see if you feel me on this one or not. Like I think I was watching I watched the evolution. You watched the evolution of hip hop?
I haven't seen this yet.
Well, I mean, you probably know everything in it, but well, yeah, I was brushing up, but it was interesting because they start like way back, right? And I think that's appropriate if you're trying to get, for me, like getting some background because like I didn't really pick up rap until
just
like
the history of it.
Yeah, and so like to see where it came from, like kind of what it's about, you know, like the culture of it and stuff. But as far as music goes, like. That New York like boom bap kind of the old kind of cheeky rap really doesn't do much justice for like the music side of it.
Right.
I think it's better for the more for man that they came up with it from nothing. Like and that's incredible, you know, and like they used to be like party music and really no one was doing it. It was like, you know, kind of underground and but it was very like what's the word? Campy. Kind of like, you know, whatever, but it's totally different today. You know what I mean? Its roots are the same, but it's more, I guess, more aggressive and stuff, but it also is more true to, I think it's truer to its roots, like to its form.
Right.
Like, I guess as an expression
Right.
of anger or happiness or sadness
whatever it
or whatever.
may be.
Yeah. As opposed to just kind of freestyling almost.
Yeah.
It's a lot of I feel like. But, I mean, do you like any music from back then?
I do, because I feel like it was just the evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything evolved. Like, even in sports, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, just speaking on hockey, you can't mention Sidney Crosby or whoever without mentioning Wayne Gretzky, without mentioning Gordie Howe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just the evolution. Even though the game, as far as basketball, the game looked different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Bob Cousy fucking dribbling the ball with one hand. Shit, they won 8 championships in a row. You know what I'm saying? Now you see Kyrie Irving, he dribbling like and one. You know what I'm saying? It's just evolution. I think and as far as hip hop, like, to answer your question, I think just without that boom bap, we wouldn't have the evolution today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's still it still beats and rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it still beats and rhyme. It just sound different.
See, like, I think that's kind of what I like about
Right.
hip hop. I think in general is that it's like, people listen to music for different reasons.
Right.
You know, sometimes people listen to music. We talked about this, like a lot of people listen to music to get into their feelings.
Right.
They drive around and they want to create an emotion like that they want to be in, right? And they'll listen to some jump off a bridge music or whatever they want to listen to. Okay,
right.
Like, hip hop's not that.
Yeah.
Not for the most part. Like even I guess, I mean, you have to deliberately make a song that's organized to tell a story about love lost or
right.
you know, or a hard time or a struggle or whatever. But, like, you can also just make that same song, like, pop off and just have fun with it, and like, so your mind can just, like, go whoop, like, you know, it can just be like blank and but like, you don't have to listen to it and be like, oh
like depressing.
You know, it's so, like, I feel like every other genre of music is, like, written for that. I guess maybe like 80s hair bands or something. Yeah. They're pretty, like,
country music in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Well, country music's like that. Because it's the same struggle every time. It's like my girl broke up with me and I drank down in my pickup truck. You know, it's like pickup truck, girl broke up with him, drunk, beer, guns. That's it. You know, shooting cans off the back of my truck. Whatever.
And it's crazy. It's crazy you say that, Poof, because hip hop has this stigma of everybody rapping about the same thing.
See, it's actually not.
You know, but you see what I'm saying?
Like,
but just like you saying in country music, should everybody talk about the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's funny. It's just like it's the same coin, different side, right? I don't fuck with country music mostly because I just don't. It's not relative to me.
You.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't relate to it because I'm, like, you know, not from the country.
Right.
If I move, you know, a little farther north where you were staying a while back, like out Frisco,
right.
Literally, like, touch north, maybe like a couple miles north.
Right.
That's when, you know, you might run into that kind of thing, and maybe that would. But I still don't know if it would. It just doesn't. It's not. It's not like. It's not aggressive enough for me.
Yeah, I don't think no genre can move you like hip hop, or even teach you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think hip hop, like me, like, I call, like, my four or five favorite MCs, I call them professors. Like Tupac, Jay-Z, Big, Nas, you know what I'm saying, Scarface, because through the music they taught me they taught me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned words. You know what I'm saying?
Like language.
I learned how to talk. You know what I'm saying? I learned
communicate. Things.
Like, they taught me so much. Like, shit, I grew up listening to East Coast music. You know what I'm saying? But I knew about New York and the East Coast, not even going there, just listening to the music.
Yeah, you knew enough about to, like, almost get around the city.
How much faster they was over us. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what I just think it's all about how you accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like how you accept the music, because again, like they do say the music can influence you to do, bullshit, but whatever. But it's just how you accept it.
Well, all music can. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you want to do jump off the bridge music, like well, call it that for a reason.
Right.
Makes people jump. But I mean, do you think that, I don't know, this is kind of a good one. I always like see people kind of talking about it.
Right. This is actually a good subject.
So do you think that, let's take someone like even as recent and as influential as Tupac.
Yeah.
Do you think if you just like cryogenically froze him and then dropped him into 2021, would he be able to like catch his get his hit the ground kind of running, or would he have a hard time understanding the music now?
I go back to our previous conversation that we just had about evolution. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think we'd be here without him.
Exactly. Now, if
let's just take that out.
If we haven't saw a Tupac before, and he came in now, most definitely he'll be the biggest. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it just depends on how you put them. But to answer your question, I think an artist like that, I think he'll always figure it out and find a way to be relevant. You know what I'm saying?
So you think he had it in him?
Yeah, I just think he just, like, we always talk about the it factor. Like, he was undeniable. You know what I'm saying? That's why people
one way or another
put him in movies and shit. You know what I'm saying? And just think, like, he was doing all this shit without social media. You know what I'm saying?
He went viral when it wasn't.
Just imagine, like today, it probably, honestly, bro, like for a person like Tupac, it just might have been too much for him today.
So and that's, you brought up social media, and it's like it's kind of hard to just neglect that, right? Because we live in this right now. It's like some people like Nick's over there. He's inside of it right now. I'm just kidding. But seriously, so one of the things about it though is, like we were talking about, I think it was a couple pods ago, right? But I think the fact that you didn't have social media before created this. It's a real the angles to get to the top get real narrow real fast. Right. So the cream of that crop at the very, very tippy top are it's like gold, platinum plated gold, versus today where it's a little more like, I think it's a wider up there.
I think the top,
because you had to compete for it.
Yeah, the top just get you make it, okay, next.
Yeah, it's more like a shelving system.
You know what I'm saying? That's the top today.
You got to do your hair different.
That's why I feel like you got to applaud somebody like Drake. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah. I love Drake.
For him to be in the position that he in for so long, honestly, it's like one of the longest runs in hip hop history.
And he's relevant. He's number one.
That's what I mean. Like for him to be as relevant as he is today and as he was 10 years ago. Yeah. It's honestly like the longest run in hip hop.
I don't doubt it.
Like, you can still turn on a radio and hear Drake.
It's almost like hard to, he's been around and he's been at that tippy top, the pinnacle of his career for so long and so consistently. It's hard for me to remember how long he's been in it.
Yeah, like people forget that.
Like, he must be in it he must have started, when did he, maybe 10 years ago?
I think his song was honestly, bro, 08.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? 07, 08. So you think about now, what?
I mean,
what's
that's
that, 14 years
it's
later?
long enough to not be able to count it.
You know what I'm saying? We could name the greatest from the Jay-Z's to yes, they billionaires, but I'm saying musically and relevance. No, I haven't never seen a run like that, bro. And that's just to go back to what you was talking about, the top. I think he just reigned supreme at the top, and everybody else just
Well, it's kind of for instance, let's take Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
Okay. Let's take Alexander Ovechkin. That'll be better because he's more of a workhorse. So Ovechkin doesn't really, I know for a fact, doesn't really give a shit what people are doing while he's on the ice late nights and stuff. I mean, I know for a fact because when I was playing in the same at the same time in the same league in the same when I was young with Sidney Crosby. I'd only hear stories about how much this kid, like his coach, he fought his coach, like begged him to get a key to the rink, and he'd be up there like all night long. Like people were really like thought he was weird, like he was a weird kid. And like I don't think he had a whole lot of. He sacrificed friendships and some parties and all that kind of stuff after winning championships. He would like go after national championships. I heard stories of winning the national championship, Tier 1 midgets, and then going straight back to Faribault, Minnesota, where he was housed for school, going to the rink and playing hockey.
Right.
Meanwhile, all of his teammates who he loves and is a part of this fun, exciting time together, they're all having this huge party and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't
They're enjoying life.
He just doesn't fucking care.
Right.
My point is like it conditions you to need less besides success in your own focus.
Right.
All these distractions and stuff, like, you know, we can potato. You can call them distractions, or you can call them
whatever.
Yeah, the meat of life or whatever. However you
the
want
troubles
to,
of the world, whatever you want.
However you want to justify your lack of focus, I don't care.
Yeah.
But my point is like, I think that this stuff, you know, being on your social media, it's like people are doing stuff and they're only being conditioned by if they get positive reinforcement.
Right.
It's like, bro, real champions don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They reinforce their own glory just by being out there. And so like I think what we have is a bunch of people who in their own right are made it, man. They made it.
Right.
But like the shelf life we talked about,
Yeah.
but also just pure talent, pure like just power ranking.
Right.
They don't come close. Like if 100 is our power ranking, you know, like EA Sports power ranking.
Right.
Like Drake's he's like a 98.9.
Right.
Meaning everyone else that's not in that tier is like the next closest is just 70s, 80s maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it's crazy you say that because you know, Instagram just took likes away.
No,
like you can't see like if you looking at my picture or something, you can't see how many likes I got now.
I think that's good though.
Okay. And see, it's good to people like me and you. You know why? Because it's just what you said. We don't really give a fuck.
So it's hard to make it a
you know
part
what
of
I'm
our
saying?
day.
Like we don't give a fuck. So, but to the people that that lives off of it, imagine what it does to them. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
an entire generation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just exactly what you just said about Sidney Crosby, like not giving a fuck about the outside because that's how we built. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do what we do whether you like it or not.
Whether the lights
you know
are
what I'm saying?
on,
Like,
whether people
and
are
when
here.
I put out a freestyle,
it's like
you listen to it, you don't. Next week, you'll see another one.
yeah, and like if you didn't like last week or you didn't listen, you'll listen eventually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not looking for gratification through whatever you think or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and not instantly.
Yeah, it don't matter to me.
Yeah, I
you know
mean,
what I'm saying?
it's always a process.
And I know, like, I know everybody not built like that because if they was, you'll see, honestly, not to toot our horn or my horn, but you'll see more rappers, you know what I'm saying, putting themselves and they craft out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get so many rappers that just might drop, and they don't get the response or the reaction they get.
And it's like,
that's it.
That's a rap.
That's it.
Pull the shoe.
You know what I'm saying? When you just keep going, man. And I seen the artist, Toby, out of A-Leaf, close to H-Town. I wish a lot of artists kind of switch subjects a little bit, but I wish a lot of artists would go do their research on that dude, man. That
What's
dude,
his name?
His name Toby in Guawe, something like that. But it's Nigerian, you know what I'm saying? But the way I saw him grow, bro, from 100 likes, 100 views, 1,000 views to now being on Jimmy Kimmel to, you know what I'm saying? And all he did, bro, honestly, was drop.
Reps.
That's it, Poof. Like
reps.
Oh, and he dope as fuck. Again, it's a lot of us that's dope as fuck. Like that's not.
No, it's not a. Yeah.
That's not. We're not even gonna talk about that.
When you're on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Everybody's dope as fuck. It's like something else.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like his work ethic, bro, and just him continuously dropping, and that's what we do on Sundays. That's what it reminds me of. Like, it might not be what people expect or what we expect, whoever, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I just think by just constantly doing it, it gets us to that Drake. You know what I'm saying? It gets us to that Drake spot, bro.
So worst case scenario, right? I always like playing out the maximums here, right? Like, so when you're looking at it, it's like either way you want to look at it, the old way of doing this, the way we're grinding your way through it and eventually getting there through just persistence and bandwidth and work and reps will always, there's no substitute for that. So no matter what we want to do, and cutting, we always have to we have to work smart and work hard. They're not part and parcel to each other all the time, right? If you can do both, like, then I don't know
more
you.
Power to you.
Then you're way up somewhere else in another league. But like, most people have to sacrifice one for the other.
Right.
And so if you do cut corners, and like, don't get me wrong, if you want to make your way at any level of reputable success, then you're gonna have to play smart and find little detours, and you're gonna have to find. But either way, you gotta go through it. Like, you gotta go.
You have to.
Yeah. You're gonna
you have to.
Yeah. So you have to. When people are just trying to, not even trying, because it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's just the way that our society is right now because of this thing. So like, if you can make it that way, that's the hard way.
Right.
Now it's all relative.
Right.
Like the hard way, dude, this guy, like, he had to sell out House of Blues. Like, he sold a House of Blues and like, he's been doing it for fucking decades and like working at it, and you can hear it. That's why his raps are better than yours.
Right.
And that's why he he wakes up and he looks the part. It's not because he's trying to, it's because he's been doing it.
Put in the work.
You don't even recognize it, but it just whittles you down into a rapper or into a hockey player, into a businessman.
Just the work you put in.
Just by the nature of having to grind through stuff. It, on the other side, it whittles off all this bullshit fat, and you have this well-manicured rapper or whatever, just like a stone cut thing. Yeah. And that's how it's been done for down through antiquity, like humanity, up until recently, when we're able to circumvent it. And like, you can't blame anybody for doing it. It's just, I used to hold this big grudge, like, they're gonna, like, and that just was me. That's like old. That's just me, like, coming from a different place. I remember I called you that one day when I got done watching the Tekashi documentary. And I was like, I get it. Like, I get it in the sense that I don't understand exactly how to do what he did. Right. But I have to go, it's not, I don't hate it.
Right.
I'm not mad.
You can't knock it.
Yeah. I'm not angry.
No matter who
jealous.
You are, like, you can't knock it.
No.
Because
go do it.
Come on. That's the whole gist of it, bro. Like, if you mad at it, go do it.
Right.
But how many people don't have the fucking nuts to go do it?
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants success. Everybody want, like, me. I'm gonna put me for example. I don't mind going to now what we say the hard route. I don't mind it because I'm built for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
you thrive in it.
Yeah, I'm built to go to take the hard route. Yeah. I have never took the easy route of exploiting myself. You know what I'm saying? Like a Tekashi, which again, you can't knock the hustle.
That's what he wanted.
You know what I'm saying? You can't knock the hustle, so you got to accept and take whatever come with it. It's just like a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in the streets, if you want to get rich, you know what come with that, bro.
Risk.
Like, you know what come with that. Like, are you willing to? It ain't the money. It ain't the money that turn people away. Like everybody, if it wasn't for the risk, everybody will do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But do you know what come with that? Prison time. Shit, people watching you, people want to rob you, people want to kill your fucking family. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's a 1-to-1 proportion.
And it's the same thing in hip hop. The same rules apply. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? Do you want, like, look at Tekashi now. Like, look what he You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want that? Or if you can't put up with it, don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just think that there's a better way of doing it.
It
That's
is.
all.
It
yeah.
is. It is. But
But
again,
I have to. I mean, look, we'll see. Like, I can't sit here and be like, yeah, this is the way to do it.
Again, we
don't
can't
know.
knock that. You know what I'm saying? Because the route he took to do it,
Yeah.
maybe he just didn't make it beneficial enough to himself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always a way to spin off of anything to get to where you going. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, let's go back to the streets and drugs. Nobody tell you to jump in and make $500,000, bro, and not do nothing with your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you lucky enough to make it to $500,000, go do something with your money. You know what I'm saying?
Reddit.
Like, it's all about the spin-off, bro. It's all about the spin-off. And if you don't know how to spin off or don't, like we talk about pivot, if you don't know how to pivot to the next, that's on you.
Constantly. Like, every dollar you make, your first thought is like, okay, well, there's utilities and things like that, and like, you know, you gotta take care of things, miscellaneous things, but those are always evolving. Like, so I gotta go pick up my phone. I gotta pay for that. Right. But in general, like, you know, today Nick did a good job. Turned out, you know, like cranked out, turned something over, and we got a nice little chunk of change. So take care of people, and then the first thing I'm thinking about is, where does this go that can churn off,
that can make something
more money?
Yeah.
So like, even if it's like, you know, and it is like, man, when you walked in with a fat old wad, and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
And had to do the whole, had to break some off, and then, but it was like, that's what it is. But
that's how it go.
But we have that, and then I'm not thinking about, ooh, like, what could I go buy? What could I put on this?
Right.
There's a time for that. There is, and always treat yourself to things, but you gotta think about it. Don't be mad when you don't have money, though.
Right.
It's no one's fault.
Yeah, don't be
you
mad.
bought that shit. You know, because we can always take that and you go and you re-up and you buy another ounce, or you do whatever.
Whatever you gonna do.
You know, and then you double back.
Or you spent it, or whatever you did.
Yeah. But usually I think it's even where you're going with it is good, but I think to really crank on the lid, it's more like, do you have a goal?
Do you have an end goal?
Before you start?
Yeah.
Like, I told you my story, right?
Right.
Like, yeah, that had a purpose. Like, you know, doing this, doing that, because I wanted to go to Vegas and I wanted to make money at the tables, right? I wanted to have a bankroll to go and make money. That was it.
Right.
And then came back, and that was it, because that was my goal, and that was it. Like, if you just get into it, which I think a lot of people do, because it's out of necessity, it's out of survival, and there's a lot of factors involved. So it's like, where does it end?
Yeah.
And the money's so easy because it's cheap money. You know, look, here's another thing. Like, as much as I want to play along with this, like a drug dealer and a CEO, I love that analogy. It's just not accurate. Right. Well, no, I mean, seriously. So and here's why. It's a big thing. You still have to run your business. It's a business, and there's no doubt about that. You got to take accounting. You got to deal with outside threats and opportunities and all these things.
Personalities, all this
shit. Yeah, depending on where you are, right? You got to hire your street team, whatever. The problem is like, that's a brilliant product. Like, did you invent that? It's like, no. Oh, okay. Did you, are you having to sell it? Did you sell it to me? It's like, it's cocaine. Like,
sell itself.
Here you go. And you're like, give it to me. You know, so it's like, it sells itself, because it also, I mean, even worse, it doesn't just sell itself, it addicts you. It makes you sell it. Let me. So that's the hardest part about a business. We know.
I done had arguments with dudes about.
I get it.
The drug game, like,
not the same.
Like, I done told many of people, right? And I'm gonna just speak for myself on this, since we on that subject, bro. With my expertise, with my mentality to be the best at what I want to do, as far as the drug game, I'm speaking on the drug game. I'll out hustle and have more money than probably anybody came through the streets.
I don't.
And it's all about mentality.
Yeah.
And so this is what I always told dudes like, bro, that's easy. That's the easy route out.
Yeah.
Man, this ain't easy. This. Bro, that's easy because you just said what it do. Poof, it sell itself. Like it sell itself. If you find a way to have a better product, a bigger product, a cheaper product, you make the most money in the area.
Which is like pretty obvious, right? Like those are the things you got to do.
Business 101.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I see so many people still try to make the most money. It ain't about making the most money. It's about selling the most product.
Yeah.
So you can keep money turning over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Yeah. It's about how much product can you get out.
You want to earn your business.
How much product can you get out? Whether you're making, some people want to make $5 off the $10. I prefer to make $2 off the 10.
Most certainly.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you're working in anything less than like a huge lump sum.
That's what I'm saying.
People want to break it you want to break it down into units.
Right.
And that is the smartest way to do it. Always, actually.
Right.
It just takes time, and it
takes time.
But
the product is constantly moving.
Right.
So if the product is constantly moving, and I sold 5 to your 1,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So like in economics, like just classic economics, right? Like trap house economics, this economics, it's the same, right?
It's the same.
There's 2 lines, right? There's like demand and supply.
Yeah, right.
So finding a supply. Well, I would assume you're not going into this game without one.
Exactly.
So let's say we have that. That's your entry. That's your barrier entry into the market.
Right.
Okay, I got all of it. It's like people have a hard time. Like for instance, where I'm from, like there's the opportunity is there's not as much out there. The demand is the same.
Right.
And that's the cheat code. The demand is the same for cocaine everywhere. People love it because it is tits. No, just kidding. I'm just joking. But for real, like, so you know, creating in a real business, like in our business,
right?
We have to be creating product from. I mean, like we're talking like end point to end point, creating a product from. Sometimes it's just from your mind. Like you'll come in and it'll be in your mind, and then a week later it'll be on the table.
It's right here.
Right?
Yeah.
Now that's awesome. That's not even the beginning.
Right.
So where's the demand?
Right.
And that's always the hardest part. Sometimes it's the other way around.
Yeah.
But it's always about balancing your demand and your supply.
Most definitely.
Because if you have too much of this supply and ideas and stuff, but no one quite understands it, or we didn't market it well enough, or put it out there enough, or pay Facebook ads. It's like, it just sits there.
Yeah.
Right? And so that, if you're a real CEO, if you're going to call yourself that, which they don't call themselves that.
Right.
They're like kind of anointed with that almost. But when they become bosses, like bosses of bosses, like Steve Bezos, Jeff Bezos. He's like, that dude mastered that.
Right.
And it takes really a successful business. It takes a lot of thinking and a lot of ingenuity that, for instance, drug dealing simply, it doesn't.
Right.
On that level. Now, of course, like, and even people will say, I've had this argument too with people. Well, it's not really an argument; it's just a discussion. But because I understand where people are coming from, they'll be like, "Yeah, but you know, I'm out here risking my life every day."
Right.
You know, like, and you are. Yeah, you really are. Yeah. I mean, depending on how much you're moving and where you are. But like, you don't think Jeff Bezos is risking his life every day?
Yeah.
Or he didn't at one point?
Right.
Every day that dude woke up, he was on his last penny that he invested into his last month of rent and money or life.
Until you understand the life of an entrepreneur, you'll understand that part, what you just said, about risking your life, risking your well-being, risking your freedom, risking
livelihood, your kids, your family, your future.
It's the same thing, bro.
Yeah,
we live it every single day.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, so the only missing part that makes it not quite that is is the creating a demand for it,
right?
Because it's just.
And again, we decided not to take the easy way out.
Yeah, yeah,
that's what we decided.
Yeah, and I mean, like for anybody who's out there doing that, like I've always told you, like I do not discriminate on how you get it.
I come from it.
I mean, I'm all,
been in the life, done it.
However you got to do it.
I come from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a knock on nobody.
Yeah.
But again,
it's what you do with it. Though.
Again, with the knowledge that we do have coming from my community, the knowledge we have, the hustle we have, the mentality we have, we can be successful at anything.
No doubt about it.
You know what I'm saying? At anything.
Literally anything.
So just my advice to
Yeah.
anybody, like, don't cheat yourself.
Yeah.
Don't cheat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can be a lot more.
Yeah. And there's other there are other options out there, man.
Yeah.
There really are. You know, I mean, but anyways. We also talked about some people just like it.
Yeah, that's cool too. They say
they like the life.
They say it's two sides to addiction. You know what I'm saying? Using and selling. So, you know, but that was a whole nother subject.
Wait, hold on. What is it?
Using and selling.
Yeah.
Two sides to addiction. Yeah.
Well, we should dive into that next time.
Straight up.
All right.
That was nice, bro. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
You did your thing. Say, bro.
Say, bro.